Well, folks, it looks like I'm slowly but surely pretty much gonna have to eat my own words regarding DMZ. It looks like DMZ is becoming more popular than Warzone. Yeah, and the majority of the player base, which are casuals, are preferring playing that mode than the current state of Warzone. Don't get me wrong, DMZ now is still in beta. It's still bare bones from what I can see from the outside looking in. But as soon as they get this game up and running, they've put it behind a paywall. People are upset, but I'll be honest. If you understand business, it makes sense. This is probably one of the few things that I agree with Activision with what they've done. It makes sense. You wanted free to play, you've got it in Warzone. DMZ, it was only here for a couple of months, and it blatantly said beta. So if it's going to be the established version, they're going to want to give something to players who have bought the iteration of the game. Because look, the multiplayer players haven't got anything, to be fair. It's bare bones for them, so they're going to try and give them something as a consolation, I should say. But listen, I've got the video out there. I'm not going to sit there and do anything shabby like try and hide the video. I said this mold was crap when I first saw it. I remember that a little mini event that the streamers went to, and when they first went to try out DMZ, and it was just, the game just looked garbage. I was just like, this is a stupid mode. This isn't going to take on Tarkov at all whatsoever. However, everybody that's played it up to now, with it slowly developing more and more and more, you're getting more people liking it. I've never played it. I've just watched people, because in my mind, when I turn on Call of Duty, or when I think to play Call of Duty, my thought process is to go up against actual online people. People from all over the world or in the country I'm from. I understand you've got the one-player campaign and you've got these spec-up modes and these side things, but that's what I looked at them as. Side things. I don't necessarily look at them as anything that I'm actually paying attention to apart from multiplayer modes. However, when I think about 95% of my gaming experience, I go up against AI anyway. I'm playing God of War, I'm playing Returnal, I'm playing Final Fantasy games. Yeah? Call of Duty is the only online game I play. So if 95% of my gaming experience is going up against AI in other games, why do I have so much of an issue going up against AI in Call of Duty? But I think that's because I hold Call of Duty to a completely different standard. And it makes sense, but I think I've got to do some reconditioning with my own mind when it comes to this DMZ mode. Because think about it, if DMZ mode was its own game mode, and it was a standalone game, still made by Activision, say, but it was a game that used the same Call of Duty engine, but it was a game that had nothing to do with Call of Duty, the game subject itself, and it was a standalone game for, say, $50-$60 in the game store, or physical copy, I potentially would have given it a go. I would have literally give it a go, because I wouldn't have thought it had anything to do with Call of Duty. But due to the fact that it's an offshoot, like it's a game mode within the Call of Duty space, I'm kind of being a bit ignorant, and I'm saying to myself, nah, I'm not playing that. Why am I going to go up against AI for this, that, and the third? However, if I just look at it from a game mode itself, it's possibly going to be something that I just may consider taking on once it's established. And make no mistake, this company is going to make way more money from this DMZ mode once it's fully up and running. They're going to make way more money than they would have ever made from Warzone. Reason being is because we all know Warzone makes more money than multiplayer. The only money that Call of Duty pretty much get from multiplayer modes, I'm talking 6v6 when I say multiplayer, the only money that they really get is from the yearly iteration of the release. So in November, when they're selling the game, the people who buy the multiplayer mode. They buy it, they go into the game, 6v6, they shoot, get shot, shoot, get shot, shoot, get shot. It's aimless. We all know 6v6 is aimless. You get a few search and destroy people, but outside of those guys, the majority of it's just aimless, shoot and get shot. Not many people buy things from the in-game store for multiplayer. One or two people do, but the majority don't. Activision make the majority of their money through Warzone now, yeah? There's more of an incentive to buy from the in-game store regarding Warzone, simply because, you know, the whole 100 players, you could be one player on your own, you've got to persevere through the 100 players, or you could have a team of 4, you've got to get through the remaining players. If you survive till the end, you're going to be the number one guys on top. And there's more of a gratifying feeling from that. So the company will make more money via the in-game store, because humans have shown the more you're enjoying something, the more likely you're prepared to pay for the product you're enjoying. So Warzone makes more money than multiplayer. But when it comes to DMZ have got something which they're going to develop. They've not announced this yet, but it's definitely coming. They're going to eventually implement an economy within this game. And what I mean by economy is, just say Activision wants to release a skin within the in-game store, but this skin has a limited amount. Say they've only got potentially 100 of these skins. It cost £100 for one of these skins, so they cost £100 each, and there's only 100 of them. People are going to want to buy those skins due to having unique value, due to having 1 in 100, okay? And then not only the people that buy this skin are going to have an extremely rare limited skin, they could also have the possibility to potentially sell this skin on within the game. So they could sell it to a person for actual physical money. You know, they could do a transaction within game where Activision could potentially add a service charge to say, okay, you want to sell this skin to this person over here, we're going to add a 2% service charge on top of that. So Activision can still not only sell this skin for £100, but also make 2% on the sell-on fees. Like, this is fantastic business from a business standpoint. Yeah, some people are going to disagree, you know, some people are going to say it's got the essence of gambling, but there's ways around companies being in trouble for gambling within games, as long as they can do it in such of a basically loophole-ish hybrid way. You know, these things can carry on within these games, and once that happens, plus you're going to have a game mode which is more popular with the casual side of gamers, because we all know Warzone is hell for most people. Activision don't want to actually get rid of the cheating. They know what they've got to do, but they just don't want to do it. And playing on PC, if you're playing legitimate on PC, you're crazy. I don't know why you would want to do that. If you're playing on PC, you might as well exploit. If you're not prepared to exploit, get on PlayStation 5 and turn crossplay off. It's one or the other. However, if you've got the casual player base who is more likely to play a game mode which is a lot less stressful, and it's going to be a lot more lucrative once this economy becomes a thing, Activision are going to make way more money in DMZ than they'd ever make in Warzone. You know, they're going to then concentrate on DMZ. Hence, they're probably setting it up now with the paywall, and when people potentially want to possibly, I know this might sound far-fetched from what I'm saying right now, but somebody may even try and make a career of buying skins and selling skins for profit and make that a full-time job potentially. And if that's going to be the case, Activision is going to want people to first initiate buying their actual solid versions of their games, so they can start this potential career in buying and trading off potential gun skins. And it might not even just be skins, they might actually give you unique weapons in the game. You know, a version of a gun that there's only a select few that can have this gun, you know, to play in this AI mode, because gun balancing won't really matter in a mode where you're going up against AI, you know. it just won't. Like, they could make overpowered guns going up against AI, and then like, I know they'll come across the odd individual, but most people are gonna play DMZ to basically do the missions and go up against these tasks and have these crazy game modes like Building 21 and go up against this potential campsite with these crazy armored up AI that you need, certain guns that potentially are rare, and certain people have a better chance at beating this campsite full of armed guards because they have a unique gun which other people don't have. There's so many possibilities, and I'm rambling right now towards the end, but uh, I just might give DMZ a shot. I've still not played it. I'm still waiting to see it. I want it to be fully established before I jump into DMZ. I don't have the fear of missing out. I'm not looking at people saying I've completed tier 6, 7, 8 and feeling like I need to be involved. No, I'm gonna wait to see this thing fully get itself together. But for any person who's potentially looking at a new entrepreneurial career, trust me, Activision is going to put an economy in this game, and it is going to make bank. The people that get involved in it early, when it starts, and start getting all the rare skins, basically selling them off to people, they'll kind of make their own kind of situation like an NFT sort of environment. I'm not going to say they're going to directly make it NFTs because we know NFTs have a bad rep at this moment in time, but they'll just make their own in-game economy and make you buy rare skins and potentially give you the possibility of, not even potentially, they will give you the possibility to sell off these rare skins once they're out of circulation, and they'll just make money off the top. It's coming, folks, but and that's all I wanted to say. DMZ will be more popular game mode than Warzone. Trust me. Not right now, but it's coming. And don't be surprised if you see Activision catering all of their energy towards DMZ in the future. Right now, they're catering their energy to Warzone over multiplayer, but eventually it's going to go to DMZ over Warzone. It's coming, because Warzone's pretty much, yeah, the cheating is killing it. But I'm rambling on, yeah? Let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.